LakelandCarKeys.com. All right, this is part two of 1993 Honda Civic Si GSR Turbo project. So I drove the car the other day to go pick up some wheels. I actually brought some Racing Heart C2s that I want to put on it. Um, I currently put them on my other car that I took these wheels off of. And I was talking to the guy, and to me, driving the car seemed kind of loud, like I had an exhaust leak up front, and the, you know, I know the turbo was leaking oil, and it's smoke inside the car, and I happened to come and grab the turbo, and the whole thing moved. So what happened was the clocking flange on my manifold was coming loose, and it was creating a real bad leak. And like I said, some of the turbo itself was leaking oil, and that was causing a lot of the smoke. But the clocking flange, I guess when I put it together, I pushed one of the studs too far. So I'm going to have to clean this up, remove all these studs, and cut the studs down so that they don't come out. I think it was basically the studs were trying to lift the clocking plate off the manifold. So yeah, my studs are a little bit too long. Yeah. So we're not putting that turbo back anyways because we got the GT30. And you can see on the manifold itself where the studs were coming down and hitting. So I'm gonna clean all these surfaces, cut those studs down so that when I put the clocking flange on here, it no longer tries to lift it or causes that. So I can see here on my drain, this is where the boost was creeping through the clocking flange in the manifold, and it was hitting the drain. So I don't think this had actually started leaking at that point. It may have. That might be where some of this oil is shooting from. Because I don't actually think it was the sails on that turbo. So it might have been from that drain. But yeah, I'm going to clean all this up. Clean up the manifold, get the manifold back on. Get that clocking flange back on. I'm not sure if thread lock is going to be able to withstand the heat of the exhaust manifold, but once I cut those studs down, hopefully it shouldn't cause a leaking problem. Yeah, and then I'm looking at possibly coating the manifold and the hot side of the new turbo. So yeah, I just want to give you a quick update. While this is out, I am gonna try to see what's bent, so I can. Well, maybe that's the way maybe that's the way it sits. The radiator seems a little crooked. I'm gonna try to straighten that out. I do have a new AC tuck line kit coming from Jack Spanier Racing, so I can pull out these old AC lines, fix this whole battery area, hook up that little catch can. Yeah, get the AC condenser tucked back there with a push radiator, and then I'm gonna pull this. This is a D series AC compressor. I'm gonna pull that and flush it out, and yeah, just get everything ready so I could slap this turbo back on. And once I get the manifold and turbo on, I'll start building the downpipe and get that all done. And then once everything's running, it seems like it's good. I'll evaluate the rest of the motor, see how much smoke it's putting out, and seeing if I want to just go ahead and pull it now and do rings and seals and whatnot, or do I want to wait until the winter, just drive it as it is for the summer. If it's not too bad, I'll just drive it as it is for the summer, and that will allow me to skip dealing with the motor for right now and just do the suspension and focus on the bodywork. So that's my next big purchases. I'm going to redo all the suspension, upper and lower control arms, tie rods, everything, the whole nine, coilovers, rear lower control arms, sway bars. I did find one of the original GSR inside crossbars. And then I brought one of the EGDC 3-point strut bars. So yeah, it's just a matter of, fixing up the little things, getting it running. I'll probably run and go this week and get antique plates for it so I can have it on the road legitimately. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little short update of what I was doing. So this is, I got to clean all this up and get the turbo kit back together. But hopefully that AC tuck kit comes in first so I can put that in first and then slap the turbo together, get it in there. And like I said, then focus on making the downpipe. Alright, so I'll save the rest for the next video. Thanks for watching. LakelandCarKeys.com.